This American action film by John Gray was released in October of 1996, where it failed to earn back even half of its $45 million budget. I suppose that was for the best though, as the 92-minute picture is endlessly generic. Steven Seagal and Keenan Ivory Wayans star as a pair of mismatched cops forced to cooperate on a serial killer mystery. Gee, where have we heard that one before? The eldest of the Wayans brothers, Keenan, has always been the most talented in my opinion, but he's so poorly utilized here, it's just depressing. Meanwhile, Seagal is featured as the title character, who once again shows up in a movie wearing a gold-plated bathrobe and his trademark ponytail. Honestly, how does he convince producers to let him dress like this in every one of his films? On the bright side, at least the other characters in the movie make references and jokes about his odd behavior and curious wardrobe choices. When confronting a nervous gunman, Seagal actually advises, "I don't want to shoot you, and you don't want to be dead." You'd be forgiven for assuming that this is a joke, but unfortunately the line is delivered with complete sincerity. Individually, these two actors occasionally have their moments, but generally they do a poor job with the material. To be fair though, the R-rated script is just a run-of-the-mill detective story with nothing unique to offer. Well, that's not entirely true. A running gag involving Steven's affection for powdered deer penis actually got a couple laughs out of me. Although this mix of humor doesn't always work, the Glimmer Man actually has some pretty legitimate action sequences, including a climactic chase that culminates with a last-second escape from a turned-over car moments before it explodes into a massive fireball.
My friend, you know, he's a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
What does that mean?
It's just an expression. What do you want?
You dead.
Why?
Because the pay is so good.
Ah, well, how about if I double the pay?
You have balls, but I don't think you have enough money.
Well, I do. There are thousands of dollars in my pocket. I'm gonna reach into my back pocket slowly to get my wallet.
Sledzivo.
I have a lot of cash. Or we could take plastic.
Plastic.
This is rock and roll.
Prolific and talented character actors Bob Gutton, Brian Cox, and Stephen Tobolsky contribute supporting performances better than the story deserves. Trevor Rabin, meanwhile, contributes a soft and suspenseful score to the decently paced narrative, while director Gray frames the action with frequent use of telephoto perspective and unmotivated Dutch angles. The style feels a bit like a third-year film student, competent and well executed, but not very inspired or original. A fun time for an hour and a half, but it's still an empty and derivative experience. The Glimmer Man is nothing but forgettable action with miscast leads. I thought it was meh.